Can't argue with that.
All right. You guys ready?
Are we live?
Yeah, we are.
How long have we been live for?
And not long, like a couple seconds. All right, well, here we are, week 2. We made it past week 1. We're back.
Didn't think we'd see the day.
I didn't either. This one's going to be posted after Thanksgiving, so hopefully everybody has a great Thanksgiving.
Any big plans for Thanksgiving, boys?
Yeah, I'm going home. What about you?
Staying here.
Sounds fun. You gonna say anything or?
Yeah, I'll say something.
Okay. So, what did you? But you guys didn't even watch it. You didn't watch the first one.
No, couldn't.
You watched a couple minutes of it, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I would have been cringing for the whole hour at myself.
That's the point. That's how you learn, though.
So you watched it like a quarterback watches film?
I did actually.
Do you have a notepad with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you half of that playtime?
It's in my room. I talk. I say a lot of ums, like I just did, and I just did it again. And I always talk with fake enthusiasm, so I wrote down.
I don't know. In real life, you're pretty fucking loud.
Yeah, but as soon as you put a camera and a mic in front of me, I get weird. So.
Get a little bit timid.
I
think we all do.
I like the way you're wearing your headphones.
Shit, are they falling off my
cocked
head?
back a little bit.
It's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or does it look goofy?
No, it looks good. You look good, man. No one's watching. Who gives a fuck? But
No, there's 30 viewers watching right now.
that's true. We had 30 viewers last time. Hopefully, if we
Damn.
can just go up by 5 people or 5 views every time, then we'll be fine.
That's enough to keep
Yeah.
me going.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more like if we can go up by 5% each time, so it just starts compounding.
That's good too.
I like compoundation.
That's more in the long run.
Yeah.
I'm catching up to your vocab. Compoundation. That's not a word.
The best way to expand your vocab is to make up words.
That's right. Because then the other person's like, wait, is that a word? That might be a word. And then they're like, oh, that guy's fucking smart. No, I did watch last week's episode, and it was really fucking cringy. I'm kind of hoping that we just keep posting them, and eventually it's just like...
Eventually it'll be like normal conversations.
Hopefully it gets to the point where we're like in mid-conversation, and then we just keep talking as like we put it on and set it up. And hopefully eventually we don't have issues.
Yeah, we could have done that today if everything went smoothly.
Yeah, I don't know who sets this shit up every time, but...
For the viewers out there, it's Quentin.
Who the fuck is that guy? I don't know who that is. But no, I watched last week's, and I did talk really fast, so I'm really trying to emphasize talking slow this time and relaxed.
To be honest, I didn't even notice you talking fast last time.
Yeah, I think you're the hardest on yourself. Wow.
Well, I feel like that's how everyone is. Because when I heard you two, I was like, oh, you guys are fine.
Damn.
But then I heard myself, and I was like, ew. But then when you guys heard yourselves, you're like, well, you guys just turned it off, actually. So you didn't even support your own. If anything, you guys are harder on yourselves.
I am very hard on myself.
How hard are you?
As hard as I can be on myself. Rock hard.
Rock hard.
Full mast.
Full mast. Pitching a tent down there. Getting ready for the winter. Nice. I think next podcast we should do your beer thing.
Okay.
Because we definitely can't do it now.
Oh, hell no.
That'll be the last time we have Luke, too. What are we going to do without Luke?
Oh, dude, don't even bring that up.
God.
Hey, you could remote bring me in, right? Let me bring this bad boy
True,
home.
we could.
We could, actually.
They have podcasts where they have people over the webcam.
They did all through COVID.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if we can't even figure this out, what makes you think we can?
COVID did a lot of good for the remote world.
It did.
Yeah.
I never thought about it, but it really sprouted a lot of those Skype-type websites.
It almost makes up for all the shit we went through.
Yeah.
Tristan's like, no.
Yeah.
No, that sucked.
Nah, COVID
I feel like we could talk about COVID, but I feel like
we shouldn't.
The whole world has been talking about it for the past 2 years. It was kind of like it's kind of bland how like every conversation you started like, hey, what's up? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, COVID. It's like,
COVID.
I heard that there's a new strand out. That was like the new
dude.
talking about the weather in the elevator. It's like you get in the elevator like, oh man, got to stay 6 feet apart.
Strand C.
Yeah.
That kind of was how it was. Once like the original impact kind of died down, then it was like, what strand's next?
Yeah.
Omicron.
Or like, oh, I just got tested or whatever.
Do you
like
think there's
everything
still like some doctor out there and he's like, oh my God, we have strand F out.
There's definitely
But
some doctors out there stressing
at this
about
point,
it
they're
still.
just like, I don't give a fuck.
I wonder if
don't
some
care.
doctors are out there regretting
Regretting
regretting their stance on the thing. Like basically, like they're Chicken Little saying that the sky was falling and then, we're all still here.
And
You
then
know-
fucking everything up.
you would think
Just
they would.
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna say? Like what are you gonna tell your kids when they're like 15 and they're reading history books, and in the history book it's like, and in 2020, what was it, 2019? No, like in 2019.
2020, yeah.
Was it 2020?
Yeah,
Like
March.
we had the pandemic, and the kids are gonna be like, "How'd you live through that?" And you're like, "It was bullshit."
They might be used to it by then. It might be a common theme
Oh,
by
shit,
then,
it might
every
be.
10 years.
I was just gonna tell them about how much of an over-exaggeration it was and how much it was blown out of proportion.
Do you think like the majority of population think that now, or do you think there's still people that are like, dude, we should have done what we did. We should have
should've done
shut
more.
everything down.
I think everyone's got a critique on the whole thing, but
But that's how it kind of is with everything,
Yeah. a lot of people probably think that they were right.
Everybody thinks
Looking
of that,
back in
right?
hindsight, yeah.
I'm always right. I don't think I'm right. I am right.
Yeah.
If you
I
just tell
respect
yourself
that
you're right.
confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which leads to me being wrong like 92% of the time.
They just gotta own up to it. Nothing else you can do
Yeah.
after that.
See, even if I'm wrong and I can make you say you're wrong, then I'm right.
Yeah. I was wrong once back in 08 when I thought I was wrong. That was the last time I could remember. That was a most interesting man in the world quote from Dos Equis.
Yeah.
I stole that one.
Dos
Those were
Equis.
such good commercials.
Yeah, those are great.
Those are the best.
Yeah. Commercials don't hit like they used to.
No.
Remember the
don't.
E-Trade baby?
No. What?
No, it doesn't
The
ring a
E-Trade.
bell.
It's like
Yeah.
this little baby that they gave a guy's dialogue to. It was pretty good.
Oh,
Wait,
I know. I
think
know what
I
you're
do
talking
remember
about.
that
Yeah,
now.
that was good. I saw today. Speaking of commercials, I saw today. Do you guys remember the old Geico commercials?
Oh, the caveman?
It's so easy. A caveman can do
I
it.
guess that
Oh,
got
yeah.
canceled because it's offensive to cavemen.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Some people actually still live
See,
like
I
that.
want to
Don't
laugh at that
discriminate.
like it's a joke, but I feel like it's not.
Yeah.
I feel like someone got offended by that.
Yeah. Caveman posers got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it would be the Geico would get canceled because they're
Yeah, they just had to shift.
being cavist.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Cavist. What is it called? We talked about this earlier. What is it called
yeah.
when you're not racist, but it's like you judge someone on their political stance? This could be a dirty road that we go down, so let's walk
I
it
almost think
carefully.
So I think I think racism is when you judge someone based solely off of their looks. But if you're judging someone based off their political opinion, that's like some sort of basis to judge someone off of. So I don't think it's inappropriate. Like you actually have a basis to judge them off of. You
Actually,
don't
yeah.
agree with their ideas. It's not like you
Actually,
don't
that's
agree with
true.
them just because like
It's a great point, actually.
But-
Because you're not really judging a book by its cover. You're kind of like,
yeah.
getting
unless you
their
don't
opinions.
hear, unless you never hear their ideas out and you just strictly
yeah. So that
Yeah.
would be the word I'm kind of looking for.
Yeah.
Is there a word for that? Politicalist.
political prejudice maybe.
I'm sure there is a word
Thinking
for
of
it.
political pedophile.
No, I'm
Is-
thinking of prejudice.
No, prejudice.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. That's
Yeah.
what I said, actually.
Yeah.
What was I saying? A racist isn't even. If I call you a racist, that just means you study races. Does anyone realize that? That's like the only intellectual shit I know. But I saw it somewhere. If you're a racist, you actually are someone that studies race. I'm not kidding.
Is that an
I'm not
actual
kidding.
thing?
that's legit. Yeah.
Oh, kind of like how if you're a
Geog-
rap, actually, never mind.
Rapist?
If you rap,
I already know where you're going.
if you
Well,
sing rap
let it out.
music, you're a rapper.
If you rap, you're a rapper.
Correct.
So you're a racer. No, I'm thinking of NASCAR.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of down south.
Have you guys ever been to a NASCAR race? That's on my
No,
bucket list.
But I've seen some. We should go.
It seems like a great time.
I would like to
I
go to
want-
one once.
I want
Yeah.
to get into that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just for the
just
culture
drink-
more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
or
drink and
F1.
yell.
Yeah.
That would be fun too.
Yeah.
What
I
is
mean,
F1?
a Formula One, like they're different
Formula.
cars.
I don't.
Formula One, like
Basically
the
the
I don't want to
sprint
talk about
of
math
racing.
right now.
no, it's
So
a
it's
derivative of NASCAR.
So it's. I see
Oh,
what you
wait.
did there.
Yeah.
So it's
It's not drag
NASCAR, but you
racing.
just go straight.
No, it's the opposite. There's a lot more turns and curves and
Oh, that sounds actually really
excitement.
cool.
Yeah.
I like curves.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. That would be really cool. Have you been to horse races? And you bet like $1? No, just me.
No, I haven't. You have?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do
Yeah.
you get all dressed up?
It's a lot of no. I was like 15. My dad's the one that did the betting, but
yeah. I would definitely have to get a hat before I go to one of those. You know, like a horse race hat.
Who's
How long have you been live for?
Huh?
When's your camera gonna die?
That's true. I'll look at
Probably
it. in
20 minutes.
20.
We'll
Jinx.
just guess, right?
You owe me what? You owe me a blowjob. What? You didn't hear that. Do you wash your legs?
Do I wash my legs?
Yeah.
You know, I saw a chart one time that had
Please.
it had like red parts of your body and then blue parts of your body, and from red to blue, like the red was like what you have to wash, and then
Yeah.
the blue was like the water will get it. So it was like, you know, like your armpits are red, but then like the side of your body will like go
Yeah.
more blue. So like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You just got to get the tucked away areas.
yeah,
Like your gooch and your
yeah.
Definitely.
armpits,
All
and
the
then
pits.
Everything else you're
Yeah,
good.
and like the bottom of your feet, like you're standing in soapy water.
When's
so
the
that kind
last?
of like
Yeah, I
takes
was
care
gonna
of
say.
itself.
When's the last time you like washed your feet?
Or like in between your toes.
Years.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I knew you guys were.
Are you
I could tell.
bar soap or?
Oh god.
I haven't. I've never been bar soap, but I'm trying to transition because I'm trying to watch what I use on my body. I'm trying to be a health
Hey.
nut.
Well, I think you could get healthy versions of, you know, either a jar of soap or or a bar of soap. But I use the bar of soap with like sand in it when I'm at sea because I get so much dirt and oil in my hands
That shit is
working.
nice.
Dude,
So
I
you
don't
have to
use
like
that.
really scrub it.
When I'm on a ship, dude, I don't even shower. I just let them soak in because it adds to the flavor of my body.
Yeah, season up those hands.
Yeah.
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 That's exactly what I thought you sailors did. Never
Mhm.
showered.
Yeah.
Never brushed your teeth.
Nope.
Just let yourself go over
Nope.
the whole time.
Nope.
Just
I
worry
actually
about
show up on
job.
the ship with nothing, and I just make my
Just
way.
one set of clothes.
Just one set of. Sometimes not even that. Sometimes I'll just show up with pants.
Show up in the nude.
And a boot. You know, maybe a glove, and that's about it. Always a hat though. Always a hat.
That's a must.
It's a
Yeah.
must.
Do you wear gloves when you're at sea, when you're working?
Never.
Yeah,
It's too
me neither.
much. You don't?
No, just because like when you're loosening bolts and nuts and stuff, like I'll drop it. Like I drop stuff so easily. So yeah.
You gotta make sure you get those nuts off.
Yeah.
Without losing it. You know. You don't want to lose it.
You're turning everything very sexual today.
I don't know why. I'm
What's
just
gotten
doing
into
it.
you, man?
It's just a couple shots of high school fireball.
Been away from home too long.
Dude, every time you leave for the weekend, feels like you're gone forever. Like it honestly feels like this morning when you're like, hey man, and you like dap me up and you're like, dude, haven't seen you in like a year.
Yeah.
How you been?
I feel like we see each other too much to where we don't get enough daps in.
Right.
You know, because it's just like, oh hey.
I don't think I've actually ever dapped Tristan up.
I know where I stand.
Yeah. I'm kind of nervous because who's three? Because he's not even showing up here.
Oh no.
I think he's a little bit farther away from
oh
the
shit.
the
Have you guys been able
microphone.
to hear me through your
Yeah.
headphones?
Hey, can you guys hear us? We can't hear you actually.
Yeah,
So-
I'll just turn Tristan up a little bit.
Yeah. There
Oh,
you go.
do you guys realize how when you travel to different parts of the country, the dap culture is extremely different? Like,
Actually-
if you go to California, they do this. So keep your hand open, and then slide, and then knucks. That's what
Yes.
everyone does. It's like a little,
Yes. Yes.
and it's cool because everyone just knows that that's what you do. But if you're there for the first time, you'll try to like curl your fingers
And
to
then
go
you're
for the dap.
awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like, why are you trying to grab my hand, dude?
You must travel or something, dude. That's so impressive. I wish I traveled.
Come on, man.
I've actually heard from a lot of people that traveling sucks. You know, how, like in today's culture, like all those like content creators are like blue ass water and all this. I heard it actually sucks, and most people are like, I want to go home.
I think traveling is a skill.
That's a good way to
That's
put
a
it.
topic I want to get into actually, because when you travel to a foreign country, especially if you're by yourself, and you
Yeah.
show up there and you've never done it before, you kind of don't know what to do to get the most out of that place. Like,
Oh,
and as
yeah.
you get better at it, you get more like, I'm going to go to some restaurant. I'm going to sit by myself, and the first person that comes up or walks by, I'm going to try to start a conversation with them and like ask, hey, what's the thing to do? You know, and when you're a sailor, you're in so many foreign countries, but like without knowing what to do. And for some reason, like all sailors find themselves in the coolest spot in town that night.
Oh yeah.
Because they're skilled at it. They
Yeah.
know how to sniff out like what's happening.
I'm gonna be honest. At first, I was like, "Where are you going with this?" But after I thought about it, it's true.
Yeah. Because I mean, like if you're nervous or whatever, and you just stay in your hotel, or you just
On the ship,
or you just
yeah.
go to the first place you see and you just stay there, like it might end up good,
Yeah.
but there's definitely a skill to like
Yeah.
getting the most out of a place. Yeah.
I had that happen to me once in India. There's a guy that like came up to me and he was just like, "You're a sailor." And I was like, "Yeah." It was my first sailing too. It was a little awkward, but then I ended up like going to a bunch of rooftops with him.
Yeah.
And he smoked a lot of marijuana. Of course, I didn't. Of course.
But if you were nervous about that and you turned him down, you would have never experienced the place.
It was actually beautiful. I saw wild flamingos. I didn't know that was a thing.
Shit. I
Yeah.
thought those things were only in zoos.
That's what I thought, and I didn't believe it either. He's like, "Those are flamingos." I was like, "That's Spanish. That's not Indian." But you get the point. But yeah, they're not as pink as they are in the zoos. Believe it or not.
Really?
They're actually really dirty.
I was just about to say.
It's like a really
brown.
light pink. Yeah, almost. They're dirty out there.
There's a flamingo that I passed on my way to work when I lived in San Diego every single year, and it escaped from the zoo one time. It's like it's a well-known flamingo. It's like it's famous, and it sits in the San Diego Bay. And every day I drive into work, I'm like, is that like a like a decoy? You know, like I thought it was a fake because it was just standing there with its
Same
leg
spot
up
every day.
every single day. I'm like, that's got to be a fake flamingo. And then I Googled like San Diego flamingo, and they're like, this famous flamingo escaped the zoo one time, and they just let it
Let
go,
it be.
and it
You
lives
see-
out in the bay, and it just freaking.
They're still
that's
looking for
awesome.
him.
No, they know
Happy
where
for
he
that
is.
thing.
They
They
just
let
they're
him
just
go.
letting him be. Yeah.
It's like part of the culture there.
Yeah.
Have you seen the flamingo that hides from gay people?
Have I what?
Have you seen? Have you seen the flamingo that hides from gay people?
No.
You haven't?
No.
You haven't seen the flamingo that hides from gay people?
Pull it up.
You're not getting it.
Oh no. What's the joke?
Have you seen the
Oh, my
flamingo
God.
that hides from gay people?
Very funny. Yeah, I get it now.
He's like, very funny. I'm out. Fucking leave. No, could you imagine? Could you imagine if you're like, is that the missing flamingo? And he's just like, shut the fuck up. I'll put you 6 feet deep. You say one word.
Oh.
No.
Well, back to the traveling thing. I actually
Yeah.
have a good story about that. I was with this like 55-year-old guy. He's from Switzerland, I think, and he was sailing as a first engineer. So my boss, for people that aren't familiar with the sailing lifestyle,
Yeah.
and he's like, I want to take you boys out for a beer. And we're like, all right, I guess we'll go out with this old guy.
This is the first?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
okay.
he's like, we're gonna go to this place called Treehouse in Savannah, Georgia.
Magical treehouse.
I was like, all right, dude, like I guess I'll go to this bar that you want. We show up and it's like 7. There's not much going on, but it's a cool bar. It's kind of like rooftop, no walls. It's got a roof, but no walls. And then like a couple hours go by and it's 9 o'clock, and this place just gets popping. And it's like it's the spot in town. It's like, you know, because he's ported there a few times, you know the
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
And there's just all these like young college people showing up, like all these pretty
Yeah.
girls around, and he's just like sitting there like, yeah, this is where I like to go.
This is the spot. Yeah,
It's
but
like, and you kind of get to know every city that I've ever been to. It's like, okay, Savannah, River Street. You know, you pull into
Yeah.
Charleston, King
Yeah.
Street. You pull into Key West, Duval Street, and you get to
Yeah.
know like all the. You just get a taxi there. You start walking around. You
And
find the
figure
best
it
place
out.
in town.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Savannah's a good time.
Yeah,
but
it's a
you
great
would've-
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would have never known that if you didn't
Yeah.
venture out with the first. You found a great spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really like Savannah. It's probably one of my top ports. I would love to
Yeah.
have like property there in
I'd-
Savannah.
I'd say it's number 2 only to Charleston. It's like Charleston's younger
You can't
brother.
beat Charleston.
Yeah, it's a
You
little
should-
bit older crowd, but
Yeah.
still pretty cool.
You should try living there. It's really
In
cool.
Savannah?
No, in Charleston.
Oh yeah, well,
yeah.
I did try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still trying, aren't
Yeah,
you?
you should be talking to
Still
that guy
trying.
across the
He's
table.
still trying.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get there.
Pretty damn close on selling me on
You'll
it.
get
Yeah.
there. Pretty damn close.
I'll be
I
there in
thought-
January.
Thought you were so.
What about you?
March, man. No, you don't. Honestly, though, don't wait for me. If you have to go, I'll
Yeah.
just.
I'll wait for you forever,
I'll
Quinton.
suffer up here in fucking Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You gotta take over.
Dude, that's the thing. That's honestly why I'm most nervous for you to leave early, is because, like, I always have a fallback. If someone comes in the office and is like, hey, how do I do this? And I, like, look for it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get Tristan tomorrow, you know? But if you're not there, honestly, I could just keep saying it and be like, he's
Yeah.
coming back. He'll be back.
He'll be back.
I'll get the answer
I
when
don't know
he's
when,
back.
but I think it might be tomorrow. Just keep on saying tomorrow until
He'll be here tomorrow.
Until you're gone.
And then they come in a week later, and
Oh,
they're like,
shit.
no, I'm like, no, tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow. It's just always tomorrow.
Yeah, you're a good safety net for all of us. Can't
You
figure
are,
something
though.
out. Yeah.
If you leave,
Happy to help you guys.
well, I don't know. If you leave, I'm screwed.
Also, if you moved to Charleston and we're out at sea, I'd have like FOMO, you know, like,
Yeah.
like, oh man,
Think
you're
I'm
having
messing
so
with
much.
your shit?
You're having like you're having so much fun down there.
Oh.
You know, missing out. I'd rather not know how much fun you're having.
I already have so much FOMO just from like being there for a month, living there for a month. I've already been like,
there's always something going on.
Always.
So, yeah.
It's honestly a blast.
What do you guys think about people that choose to live in the cold? It's like people say, "Oh yeah, I like the cold." That just means they can manage the cold. But like, who would actually
No.
enjoy negative 30 over 75 and sunny? It's like if you
Yeah.
have the choice, why would you live?
I
in the cold?
agree.
Like, why would you shovel your driveway and have to wipe off your car every morning? Like,
Yeah, but there's probably people up here in Wisconsin that are like, why would you choose to live in 110 degrees in the middle of June?
that's a good point.
You know?
But there's places out there that are like, I guess San Diego's super expensive. Not everyone can live there, but
yeah.
it's sunny and 75 every day of the year.
That's why you just
It's
get two houses.
Not gonna lie, that thought kind of scares me. Having
that?
it be over 70 every day.
Yeah, in the summer it gets pretty brutally hot, you know, but places by the water, you always have that option to, you know, like go
Yeah.
and be comfortable, you know,
Yeah,
on the
That's
water.
true. I love my 50s personally.
Yeah.
Fall up here is beautiful.
It really is, but
It was.
it stinks how short the season is.
I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of just the opposite if you really think about it. Like, you live up here, you don't really go outside in the winter. But, like, if you live in Charleston, you don't really go outside in the summer unless it's, like, to the beach. So
But you have the evenings and stuff, you know, it cools
Yeah.
off in the evening.
I'm really jealous right now because I just moved there. So it's like, Logan's like, yeah, it's 65 and sunny. And I'm like, God, that sounds
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you could probably still swim in the winter, can you? I haven't.
It's a little cool, but like
Yeah.
it's not like the Great Lakes in the summer. It's like, what is the water temp? 65.
Still a little
So,
bit,
you know.
chilly.
A little nipply.
Yeah.
A little nipplish.
But yeah, eventually the water gets to the point where it's like
Too cold?
bath water. No, in the
Yeah.
summer it's like 88
Oh,
or something
Really?
like that. Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's nice because you could spend hours in there, you know, and never have to get cold.
Even
so.
in the salt water, you can spend hours in that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can't wait till you get in the salt water for the first time and you like can't open your eyes.
What's gonna happen to my body?
It's good for your body, man.
Is it?
Very good.
Yeah.
No, like really, you're like, I don't know, like cuts and like stuff like that heals like
Heals?
really fast.
Yeah.
Probably burns for a second.
Not really. Honestly, the first thing that hurts like when I get in the water is usually my eyes. Like I'm like, oh god.
I can imagine
But
that.
then you get used to it over a little bit. It's like the first time you get in, you'll probably be like, this sucks, and then you get
I
used
don't
to
think
it.
that's true.
Really?
I don't think you'll think this sucks. I think it's like
Yeah, I recant that.
Am I gonna be getting out all sticky?
Well, the only thing that is annoying to me
gonna
about the
wanna
beach is
shower.
the sand. It just gets everywhere.
I'm not. I love the beach, but the second sand gets above mid calf is when I have a panic attack. Or like when it's in my stuff. Like I never know where to put my phone because somehow sand gets on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or if you try to eat at the beach, the
Yeah.
sand just gets everywhere. Yeah.
Struggles, man, of the beach life. Just fucking sucks.
Well, that's the beauty of living 5 minutes away because you just get home, shower, and then
Yeah.
you're good to go. Or if you're on a boat, you just climb back into the boat and you don't have sand all over you because
Yeah, if you just have a boat laying around.
yeah, highly recommend it. Yeah.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
That's why we're friends.
Yeah. I actually never go to the beach. I've been like 3 times since I've lived there. Just-
Actually,
I'm not much of a
Yeah.
beach goer either.
Really?
So that's
yeah,
perfect.
I'd rather like
you have never left Michigan.
I have left Michigan. Where am I right now?
Oh, that's true. You're in Wisconsin. That doesn't count though. Michigan's like 5 seconds that way. I can see your
I've been
house.
to
from here.
Ohio.
Have you?
Ohio's a pretty place.
It is pretty. I hate how everyone just shits on it. Like, it's actually a really nice place,
I think
and
it's
it's
one
cheap.
of the better states in the
It's
Midwest.
top 10 in a lot of peer-reviewed articles. Believe it or not.
Top 10 of all 50?
Yeah, all 52 states.
I want to see what article you're reading here.
We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Show me the facts.
Peer reviewed, you said, right?
Yeah, peer-reviewed by
Yeah,
doctors.
by peers that also live in
Ohio.
Ohio. Yeah, I feel like the Ohio is a lot of the butt of a lot of jokes.
It
when
is.
It comes to
you know what's
states in the
super
US.
annoying is because like going to school at Kings Point, you make friends from like all over the country, and every single one of them sends me this trend where like apparently in Ohio we make weird food. So like I got a video the other day and it was someone putting ketchup on a waffle. And it was like you only understand if you're from Ohio.
Did you
And I was
understand
like-
it?
Ohio's the
I did. It's very good,
Nickelback of
actually.
U.S. states.
Fuck off.
I'm kidding. You
It's
don't
like
put ketchup on your waffles? It's just bread.
You probably put it on your mac and cheese too, don't you?
Why wouldn't you?
oh my
Goldfish
god.
and
I, ho-
ketchup?
I hope he's kidding.
I am kidding. But I have tried goldfish and ketchup. Surprisingly, very good.
What about ketchup on eggs?
No.
That's a little
Wait,
more
I put
common.
ketchup on
That's
eggs.
a no for me.
I think ketchup on eggs is just for the people who can't take hot stuff.
or
which is-
cook good eggs.
Which is me. Well, true. I don't know who you are, but apparently you can just cook really well. Dude, that burger was so good.
That's
I can't.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's a male.
I
Yeah.
couldn't get over the burger you just
Oh,
made.
thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just starting, so
No.
we can only go up from here. Yeah, we made some smash burgers tonight.
I love smash
Smash
Yes.
burgers.
Yeah.
Where's that name come from?
Smash my burger.
You like
on that.
you're supposed to kind of start them out as like a ball, and then you like smash them down until they flatten out. But I didn't have like a really thick paddle. I just had a flimsy spatula, so
So you
they
didn't get to
flatten
beat
out.
the meat at all?
No, they didn't. They didn't flatten out too much, but
Oh.
turned out pretty good.
It was very good.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, it was very good.
Yeah.
I was actually really impressed. It was like the perfect crisp, yet the inside was juicy. So,
Yeah. I think to
So-
elevate my game to the next level, I need to get a smoker. I think
Yes.
that's like
Yes.
becoming a man.
yes.
Yeah.
Smoking your own meat?
Yeah.
It is an art, I heard.
Yeah.
I love.
It's funny when my dad turned 50, he got
Smoking
into
meats.
making beef jerky. It's just like just what you do when you get old and retired.
50?
You just like you just
Yeah.
get into
You get into that shit.
yeah.
As soon as you
it's a
turn
good
50.
hobby,
Your own
though, 'cause-
beer?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I got to start smoking my meat now.
Yeah.
It's just how life happens. It's how the cookie crumbles, they say.
Yep. It's one of those things becoming of
It's
age.
just how the meat falls off the bone, you know?
What's the female equivalent to guys turning 50
They
and
start
smoking
knitting
meat?
hats.
Yep.
They knit? They start knitting?
Knitting.
What else is there?
Yeah.
Both are pretty.
That's a good question. What? Yeah. What do they do? I feel like for
They
a
raise
man,
the kids.
I feel like I feel like a man when they turn 40, it's like when they turn their garage.
Yeah.
When the garage no longer becomes for cars.
Yeah.
It's for the couch and another flat screen, where you watch the games.
They just
I
need
don't
to
know.
get away.
Kind of a college thing too, not gonna lie.
That's true. That's because the child in a man never leaves.
That's
And if they
that
tell
is
you
true.
it does, they're lying.
That is true.
Yeah, that's fun though. I hope my
That is a
garage is big enough.
Damn good time.
That I actually hope I have a sick ass man cave.
You
Yeah.
have to be able to be a shop and where you watch the game with the boys.
Yeah. Could you,
I'm more about the shop aspect. I
Yeah.
feel like having like tools that are organized would get me fired up.
Yeah. I have been wanting ever since I've been on the Liberty ship or the whatever the ship was. They had the full Milwaukee set for like $900.
Yeah.
I've wanted it since. I don't know what I'd use those tools for. I just want it, which
Well,
is
I mean,
majority of the
once
things
you
I
get the
have.
tools, then you'll start finding
stuff?
reasons to use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll start breaking stuff.
I think also why I get so fired up about organized tools is growing up, me and my brother would need a tool and we would just grab it and then not put it back. So then we never had organized tools.
Terrible
strictly
habit of mine,
because
too.
yeah, I started using wrenches, started throwing them everywhere,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, man, it'd be really nice to not be missing the 10 mil.
That would be
To
really
10 mil
nice.
wrench
I
for
feel like
Yeah.
every single time I clean the back seat of one of my vehicles, I found a tool back there.
I love how you said one of your vehicles. Like you
I
just
know,
got
I've had
6 of them.
I've had numerous
Yeah.
shitters.
Yeah.
You would be surprised. I always was like even in college, like even 2 years ago, I was like, I don't see myself ever having tools till I'm like older and like renovating my house. But like just from getting like a lease, like the amount of tools I've already accumulated in 31 days of
Yeah.
living, because they come in handy. Like I have a whole toolbox, 2 toolboxes already.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the way I look at it is like if you want to say rewire a light in your house or like add a light in this ceiling, to pay someone to do it, say may cost $200.
Right.
But if you're gonna buy wire strippers, a little meter, a little sheetrock saw to cut the hole, and like all the tools to do it, you might spend $200. But now you have the tools.
Forever.
So
Yeah.
the cost of it goes down over time.
Right.
Kind of
Right.
like this is a whole new topic. I kind of feel like when I buy a clothes, when I buy a shirt, and say it's $20. If I wear it twice, it's $10 per wear. But if I wear it 20 times, it's only $1 per wear.
It's only $1. That's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
But that's dangerous because then I see a designer shirt for $220. I was like, I just got to wear it 220 times.
Yeah.
It's only $1.
Or you
$1 per wear.
Yeah. Or you wear it a couple times and you're like, that was worth the
That's
$100 per
exactly-
wear because I look good.
I feel like that's exactly how an engineer thinks. If I use this hammer 40 times and it was $40, it'll be $1 per use.
$1 per nail.
Yeah. Or I can spend $40 every time someone comes and fixes my shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of just how you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could say that about. There's a big debate about changing the oil in your car because it's so convenient to have someone do it, and it's fairly cheap. But
Yeah.
if you buy the tools, buy the oil, buy the case of beer that it takes to finish the oil change.
Don't forget that tool. That's
and
the
having
most important.
to dispose the oil in a proper
Yeah.
way.
Isn't that the hardest part?
But you know it's done right, and you can't
Very
put
true.
a price on that.
Very true?
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point. Speaking of that, I need my oil
Guaranteed to
changed.
get dirty every time.
If it's so worth it to do yourself, I'll give you $60 to change my oil.
Or
I think I would have to take more.
I could.
More?
Yes.
You're getting $60 and you're pocketing all that. When I give $60 to Ford, they take 40 of it.
I've only done it twice, so I'm not the fastest at it yet.
I do have to figure out how to change my
I use the
oil.
old screwdriver method where they have a tool to get those things out.
Yeah.
But what I do is I just puncture it through both sides.
Yeah,
and then
just get
lever
oil
out
everywhere. You do that when it's not
everywhere.
your driveway. That's what you do.
That's what you do when you're in the gravel.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I-
you could teach a horse to fish, you know?
Well-
Oh, no, you could lead a horse to water. Yeah.
Oh,
Such a,
I think we're blacked out
such
right
a
now.
poor joke, but pure execution. 60-second timeout.
Yeah. Are you actually doing a timeout?
No, you're so no.
Oh.
Do you think you could teach a horse how to fish, Luke?
Yeah, probably.
You put
They
all
could
your
swim.
effort into it for a few years?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. You think you would teach them the rod and reel method, or?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's possible with their
I think-
handling.
I think I would tie a net to its back and just have it swim around, and then maybe he'll net some fish.
Maybe a net on each leg.
Yeah, the trolling method.
They would definitely catch one.
Yeah.
Kill it in the process.
Whatever the fuck you guys are talking about needs to end right now.
Filling dry air.
Filling dry. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys always get premium air when you fill up your tires, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get premium air when you go to the
Yeah. Top off the
Beautiful
blinker
not to.
fluid.
blinker fluid.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
We were teaching Alex more
It's
English
good water.
English phrases when he speaks Spanish. We were talking about shooting the breeze, and
Yeah.
he's like, "What are you doing shooting the breeze?"
I don't even know what that means.
Well, when you think about it literally, it just means you're literally doing, like, you're just accomplishing nothing. You're just.
Alex
shooting
didn't
the
get
breeze.
that.
No.
No.
We got to get him on here.
Yeah.
Should we do it next week before you leave, or should we save it for?
Depends if you're going to have a fourth mic.
Yeah. And
Or we can just do it in January.
Shit ain't cheap.
Or
Yeah.
could
What
be
are
the
we
first
gonna?
guess, I don't know.
What are we gonna do for January and February? Negative
shit ain't
30.
cheap, but if you use
We're
it
gonna
10
get
times, then
creative.
if you use it 10 times,
That's
that'll
true.
be
How many times do we need to use this setup, Quincy?
a lot. We need to use it a lot and never stop
700
using
times.
it. Yeah. Yeah. I need to make a Patreon so that way we can set goals.
What's Patreon?
It's like a subscription tier thing.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, I kind of like a GoFundMe, but like so like you can have it's like it's OnlyFans. It's literally an OnlyFans.
Okay.
But it's PG, I guess. But you basically subscribe, and for like if you subscribe to this tier, then you get this amount of stuff. You subscribe to this tier, you get this amount of stuff.
So by stuff, you mean content, or you mean
Yeah.
physical stuff?
Content. Well, I guess it could be physical stuff. Like, oh, you subscribe $50 a month, we'll give you a free poster every. It really is just anything you want.
A free mug.
A free mug.
There we go.
It's actually not a bad idea. If you subscribe for $40 a month, we'll send you a piece of clothing every month.
I mean,
I
that's,
like that.
That's actually really.
But is that worth the bang for your buck there?
I
Well,
would
that
say
depends
so.
on us. That's the thing, is if nobody gives a shit about us, no one's going to support us.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like getting someone to break out their wallet in any sort of like selling anything is like, it's a huge like undertaking. Like, say you design something, you make something, like, is someone gonna fork over their hard-earned cash for this?
That's why you have to be good at what you do,
Yeah,
I guess,
yeah.
you know? But you can make goals on Patreon. That's what I was talking about. It's like,
Oh, that everyone can see.
yeah, so you can be like, if I raise $15,000, like I'll get a studio. So everybody that watches knows that, like, if people subscribe, I'll get a studio. It'll be better to look at. I'll get better equipment, so it's better to listen to. Stuff like that.
Do you subscribe to anyone on Patreon?
Not Patreon, but I subscribe to TMG, Cody Ko and Noah Whitmiller.
What do you pay and what do you get?
So it's $10 a month. But see, like, this is why I think it's good, because like I really like Cody and Noel. So like I have no problem giving them $10 a month because I support what they do. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of like paying for television, I guess. You know?
Yeah,
like,
we're buying music back in the
or buying music
99
back in the
cent
day. So
Yeah.
like what they do, the way they do it is they'll like release a podcast to like YouTube and like Apple, but it'll be a week late. So like you'll get it late, and if you subscribe to their like website, you'll get it the day they record it.
Okay.
And then they also do a bonus show, another hour, and they call it the Bone Zone. So like if you subscribe, you can listen to the bonus episode.
Okay.
Which is like, I don't know.
$10 a month is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, I give them $120 a year to support them. You know.
Yeah.
I find it reasonable, but that's just because they're good at what they do. You know.
I feel like you easily get $120 out of enjoyment out of it for a year.
Right. I get an hour every week to laugh. You know.
Yeah. Think about going to the movies or
I was
something.
just about
yeah.
to say that. It's a lot cheaper than going to a movie every week.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually weird how, like, I don't want to say history repeats itself, but this is a different topic. But it is kind of weird because, like, even though we're exponentially, like, growing technology-wise, like, people always go back. Like, I'm already thinking about going back to a flip phone. Or, like, movie theaters crashed for a couple of years, but now they're, like, suddenly growing because people are like, I want to go back to the movies, you know? Because it's almost like
Little nostalgia.
vintage. Yeah, nostalgia. Yeah.
You think we are growing exponentially?
100%, without a doubt.
Like exponentially, think about that.
Yes.
Maybe in the grand
Think
scheme
about
of
in the-
things.
Like if we are here, then we're here, then we're gonna go here.
Yeah,
next
have
year.
you not,
Actually,
like...
no.
Because
No,
I don't agree
think
with that.
Think about what you're saying here. What is it? Linear?
Yeah.
Linear.
It
Think
might have
about
been-
what we've done in the last 10 years.
Right.
Now think 100 years ago. Think about how much we started 5,000 years ago. We barely progressed in 3,000 years, and in the last 10 years, we now have virtual realities in cars that drive themselves.
That is a good point.
Yeah, it's an argument to be made. Yeah.
It's an argument to be made.
I'll digress. Yeah.
I digress. That's from Zombies. You know what I'm talking
It
about?
is a quote from it. Yeah.
I digress.
From Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
I think
Speaking of
so.
that, we should load that bitch up.
The greatest game
I wanted
ever
to play
created.
before this so bad.
Yeah. My reel didn't get any views.
Really?
Yeah, it was almost like Instagram shadow banned me.
Damn.
I thought all the Call of Duty, like guys our age, would appreciate a good old Black Ops 1 reel.
I guess they're not real ones after all.
They're not real ones. I see what you did there. They're not Instagram real ones.
Can we boot that shit up after this though?
Yeah, we should.
I really want to.
Yeah. We could do that too. Like if we did a Patreon, we'll be like, and if you subscribe to this, we'll play Black Ops with you after every game.
Will that get the people fired up?
That'll get the people fired.
Everyone will break out their PS3s.
Yeah. It's actually a lot of fun. I didn't think
it's
it'd be
so nostalgic.
I didn't
That's
think
the
it would be
main
that
thing.
fun.
Yeah.
But it is.
If it was for someone playing it for the first time, I don't know if they'd be feeling the same thing that we
Yeah,
did.
like it's different if you take like a 12-year-old and then he's never played, like he started on like Cold War, and then you take him back to Black Ops 1 and he's like, what the fuck is this? You know?
Nuketown is so ugly.
This is stupid. Like, why would I ever play this game? And it's you're like, because this is what a real fucking video game
and
is.
I would get so pissed off if they didn't.
I would.
If they didn't appreciate it for what
I
it
would.
was.
I would. Like, think about how pissed you're gonna be at your kids when all
This
they
is a
do is
fucking masterpiece. What do you mean?
what's wrong with you? It's like he's playing VR, and then you try to show him like Nintendo or the Wii, where it's fucking lagging all the time.
Dude, the Wii was badass.
I want to get like that's another thing. Like I want to get a Wii. Like when I have a house, I want my basement, like my theater or whatever, to have a Wii in it, so you could play like old like Rock Band. Like that game was so fucking fun, bro.
I was more of a Guitar Hero guy, but I agree.
Yeah, I can see that.
All that shit.
Fucking
I was
weirdo.
Rock Band because I like the drums.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We there's 4 of us kids growing up, and we played Rock Band. I was on the drums, my sister was on the guitar, and then Ben was on the vocals, and our band name was the Benjamins.
That is sick.
Oh yeah, he was on the bass guitar.
Rock Band was
Yeah.
good because it
I've been
brought more
jamming.
camaraderie to it.
Yeah.
But
Rock
if you go
Band-
to the arcades, what do you see there? You see the Guitar
Because
Hero.
there's no camaraderie.
Because it has more
There's no
competitive nature to it.
There's no camaraderie in an arcade. It's only in Rock Band.
Yeah, our parents are probably like, you kids don't appreciate arcade games. I was playing Pac-Man back in the day.
True, Frogger.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna
Donkey
quickly
Kong.
turn into the back in my day type folks.
Fucking
We
pinball,
are,
dude.
dude.
Trash
We
game.
are. God.
Oh, that reminds me of a guy that we work with. Always is the at my last job or on my last ship.
Yeah, I didn't fucking ask.
Yeah, well, everyone likes to compare to their last thing, but eventually
I
it's like,
know.
yeah, well, we're not there anymore.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
last I checked, I wasn't on your fucking ship, so take that elsewhere, buddy.
Yeah,
Bubba.
yeah, it's a big problem in our industry
Yeah.
because everyone bounces around to different ships.
That's true.
Which
Everyone
talks
always
about
does
the-
brag about their good old days in
Yeah.
shipbuilding.
I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before they were the good old days.
I'll tell you right now, you're in them.
You're always in them.
Damn.
You just got to make them.
Yep.
The best days are yet to come.
That's right.
I'm yet to come.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. We didn't cheers this time.
Nah, don't have anything to cheers with.
I can't wait to go edit this podcast on my computer that crashes every 5 seconds.
Hopefully the audio turns out.
A good carpenter never blames his tools. You know?
Get the fuck out. He just blames the wood.
That's right.
He blames what he's working with, which would be you two.
Wow.
I kid. You know what is actually really freaking awkward? And everyone's going to agree. But, like, you know the Square app? Like, a lot of brands are using the Square, where it's just like you tap your card, and then
They turn the iPad around.
they turn it, and it's like a tip. But it's like,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really?
Am I out of touch?
you might be. You never had the Square things?
The Square hasn't made it up to Wisconsin yet.
Apparently not. But it's at Starbucks. I had it the other day.
Square.
Yeah.
It's like a software of like accepting payment when you're like a startup
checking
business. So
out.
if you go to like a barber shop that's trying to be more technologically advanced, and they put it in the iPad and they twist it around, and you have to like sign your name on it or add a tip or whatever.
I'm so confused. Is it an app? Is it a physical thing?
You definitely
It's like-
know what it is. I'm going to bring it up right now. Square checkout tip. Awkward. Dude, but like, I never know what to do because it always makes me feel like an asshole. Like, I went through Starbucks the other day, right? Because I'm bougie like that. This thing. You've never seen this thing?
Oh, I've seen those things.
Yeah. And it's like, so I went through Starbucks the other day. It's like, hey, give me the works, you know? And I went through, and she puts the thing out. And I
They
tap
just
my
hand that
card.
big old thing out the window.
Yeah, well, they have a little one. They have like a little, I don't know, but it was a little one. And then she turns it, and it's like a tip. And I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to tip you, but I also don't want to be an asshole.
That's why you got to
Yeah,
start paying with
20%
cash.
is like a lot if you're like, but it makes sense if you're getting waited on. They're coming to check on
Well,
you.
of
They're filling up
course.
your water. And
If
all
you're
that,
if
yeah.
you are a waiter or waitress, you aren't making. That's why you have tipped wages. That's why you make half of what the minimum wage is, because you live off tips. So if you're good, you get 25%, 20%,
Yeah.
whatever you do. But you should never really go below 15, I don't think.
It is kind of messed up though. I feel like if you don't reach your minimum wage, like say it's a slow night or whatever,
Yeah.
the restaurant should pay you at least up to that much if you don't make that
They
much
should.
tips that night. Cause
And I think a lot of places do that.
oh, you
Do.
really?
I think they did that at Applebee's for me.
Oh,
But
that's
luckily
nice.
we were popping enough to not have to worry about that too much.
Yeah.
Why do I have the best time at places like that? Like
Applebee's?
Applebee's or Chili's. It's like, dude, let's just go to Chili's and get fucking 6 for $2 drinks.
It's because you don't have high expectations going into the place, I think.
That's right. So if you take a lesson from tonight's episode, lower your expectations.
Yes,
Dude,
absolutely.
Because not once have I ever been to Chili's or Applebee's or like one of those like mass-produced chains, and I've not had a great fucking time. One time I went to Chili's and I was like, "What's your happy hour?" It was like 2 p.m. I don't have a drinking problem, I swear. But it was like 2 p.m. I was like, "What's your, like, do you guys have happy hour?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "How long does it go to?" And she's like, "Well, it goes all the time." And I was like,
That just means they
Damn.
don't have a happy hour.
that
They
just
got-
means you don't have a happy hour.
Yeah.
But it was buy one, get one free.
Damn,
Every drink.
all the time?
Yeah. So think of the marketing scheme there. I'll sell you a beer for $16, but it's buy one, get one free.
Like, oh yeah,
You know?
gotta do it.
Yeah. But I had a great time.
Free
So,
beer tomorrow.
That's right.
I'll go there. Dude, there was this place called Coach's in Ohio, and during COVID, like everyone was doing whatever they could to get people in there. And I don't even know how. I went with Logan, and we I don't know how he found it. We were like, let's just go get lunch. And we went in there, and it was, if you buy an appetizer, you get $1 drink. Like all your drinks are $1. And I'm not talking like beers. I'm talking like Jack and Cokes, shots. So we of course we fucking spent like $20, and we only had a
Hard not
$7
to.
appetizer, But we left $20 after. We had 2 appetizers, and we were pretty tipsy.
That's a killer deal,
Yeah.
actually.
It is, right? I don't know how they were making money.
It probably doesn't cost them too much. It's probably just to get you in the door. Like I feel like
Yeah.
a well drink, like think about a $15 bottle,
Yeah.
and the
Thinking the
Coke
same
that comes
thing.
out of there. It's like,
Definitely real liquor.
yeah.
Does anyone has anyone ever been to a place where it's like all you can drink for $50 and your immediate thought is, you're not going to get me. I'm going to drink my $50 worth.
No, I have never had a.
I feel like, especially from Kings, like sailors, it's like if it's like a cover charge, what is that called? A cover charge? I feel like the immediate, or maybe it's just me, the immediate thought in my head is like, you're not making money off me tonight. I will drink until I get my $50 worth. You know?
Is that the same mindset when you go to a Chinese buffet?
Yeah, definitely. Dude,
Yeah, the exact same thing.
I think they made money off me the last time we went.
they definitely made money off me.
Yeah.
It was
I don't-
good though. Place
Yeah.
was good.
Not bad.
Yeah, for $11. I mean,
For $11.
if you go to a regular Chinese restaurant, the entree is
Yeah.
probably gonna.
Panda Express, I
Yeah.
think get out to that.
Have you guys been to CC's?
I haven't even been to Chili's.
Is that because it's your rival from Applebee's?
Yes. I've just been boycotting it ever since I started there.
You need to try Chili's. Dude, when we were in India once, we were like, where the hell do we go? We got off the ship and we're like, dude, let's go to like Mumbai. Let's try this out. 32 minutes in, I found myself at a Chili's 6 beers deep. And I was
Seriously,
like,
that's the best you could have found in Mumbai.
I'm in fucking India for the first time in my life, and I just am fucking at Chili's.
You dropped the ball on that one because Indian food is actually bomb.
No, dude,
Indian food
Oh, I
is
see what you did there.
awesome.
You can't say that.
Not the connection I was making.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Maybe we should bleep that one out.
No, dude, that's real material right there.
That's real material. That's real cancel material right there, baby.
We were already talking down on COVID, so
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst we can
I
say
feel like
now?
everybody agrees with that now, though. You know?
I don't know. I still feel like there's not to say the slang word, but no, there's definitely still some folks out there that think
There
they
has
did the
to
right
be.
thing.
I don't know, dude. See, like, I never made fun of people who, like, wore masks, you know? I might have judged them a little bit, but, like, if I get it, you know, I don't think it's perfect protection, but I think it is another layer of protection for someone who fucking sprays it instead of says it.
Dude, fuck the mask. Let's drop that subject.
No, you're not a mask guy. I wasn't a mask.
I was not a mask guy. They used to make us do that at work, and
Dude, I
Fuck.
think the stupidest part was the gym. Like, here, put a mask on, but just put all your excretions all over these fucking
Yeah.
barbells, and then have the next guy
they
use
should have
it.
made you at least wear gloves as well.
But don't worry, you have a mask on. You'll be fine.
All is safe. Don't worry.
It's it's like I'm literally rubbing my hand and all the sweat that just came off your forehead.
All your body
And then I'm rubbing it
excrement.
through my hair, but it's all right. I have a mask on. It's like a force field. That was the worst one, dude. The worst one. I don't know. Let's get off the COVID
Fuck the
topic.
mask.
Yeah, what do you got on your list there?
You're not supposed to point the list out.
Well, go
No.
ahead.
Okay, we haven't been going down it.
No, we went through all of them. The
No way.
Squarespace. Yeah, kind of just write like things that happen
Damn.
throughout the week.
Do you wash your legs? Here's the real question. Which part of your body do you wash first?
Dude,
I heard that 95% wash your torso first, but I go with the left arm first.
Have you ever thought about this? I think about this all the time. Every time you get out of the shower, you dry yourself the same exact way. Think about that. Yeah.
Every time you get in the shower, you
No,
wash?
yeah, you get in the shower and you dry off mid-shower.
Yeah,
No,
I
every
was
time you
bringing
get
that
out of the
thing in
shower,
there.
you dry off the same exact way. You've been doing it since you were a kid. I go face, hair, left shoulder, right shoulder.
You're fucking right.
Yeah, yeah. There's a comedian once, or maybe it wasn't a comedian, some guy. It might have just been a buddy of mine. And someone asked if he could use his towel. He's like, yeah, dude, I don't care. He's like, just remember the last thing I dry and the first thing you dry.
You could say the same about a bar of soap.
Hey, you come out of that shower
Asshole to
clean.
face, immediate contact.
But is the soap?
Dirty?
Yeah.
Good question.
Well,
That's a good question.
Those are answers we don't need to know.
What dries as it gets wet?
is there an answer to this, or is this just a?
No, yes, there's an answer.
Oh,
Luke,
what do you got?
you got nothing? It's a riddle. Nothing? Really? What dries as it gets wet? Tell me right now in the comments for the 30 people that are watching.
Yes, we need more engagement.
Even though
Please
27
answer
of
the
those
question.
views are from us three alone and my girlfriend. What dries as it gets wet? You guys have nothing really?
No.
It's a towel.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Fine.
Are you just playing dumb? You think it's
Fine.
sexy
No,
or
I didn't
something?
know. No, I didn't know.
Oh God.
That joke definitely got me aroused.
Did
Tell
it?
you what.
Got you going?
Absolutely, man.
You're a freaking idiot,
Hey,
dude.
being funny is sexy. Just look at
True.
Pete Davidson.
What about funny looking?
Yeah, funny looking.
Dude, I saw that the other day. That guy's just racking in babes.
Yeah.
Who's he with now?
Some other
model?
smoking hot
Radikowski.
chick.
Emily Radikowski.
You're thinking of Ratatouille.
No.
Great
no.
Hollywood masterpiece, by the way.
Good movie.
Hey, what was the mouse's
Good
name
movie.
in Ratatouille?
Remy, obviously.
Come on,
I
man.
watch that movie every year.
Why did the hair move his body? What was the issue there? Because that was the part I looked over as a child that now I'm wondering about.
You never pulled one of your hairs before and one of your
No.
body parts?
What if I did and I was just
functions?
like, right in the face?
That is how it would go down.
That's how it works.
Sorry, I got a rat in my hat.
Yeah. What a great movie, though. Don't judge a book by its cover. You think a rat's dirty, but he's actually really clean and he enjoys cooking.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a lot of politics in that one. So that's how you know it's a good movie. Because these days you can't fucking watch a movie without any fucking politics.
Yeah, there's been a lot of movies out lately, or at least two that I
All of
watched,
them.
where the president was a female. It's like, that's cool, but it's not really historically correct in any sense.
Yeah. Not saying it's not going to happen.
I'm sure it
No,
will
it could
someday.
happen.
I'm sure
yeah.
it will.
And not that all movies have to be.
I'm just saying it doesn't really line up with
Yeah.
the history.
They just can't be triggering. That's all.
No.
I think the fear of getting
What's-
canceled is taking over the world.
That's crazy, dude. You know, there's a lot of, what do you call someone that studies history?
Historian?
Historian?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Don't make up words.
I thought you were kidding for a second.
I'm not. Is it a historian or is that a word?
Oh,
Luke, can you second that?
You don't even know.
It's a
what-
historyist.
Historist.
Oh, no, yeah, he's right. Yeah.
No, he's not. That's such a lie. What was I going to say? Oh, a lot of historians is the actual word. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of historians
If you
are
say
saying
so.
that what happens because history repeats itself, right? You get to a point where you exponentially grow technology-wise, and there's a massive collapse, and you lose all this intellectual knowledge gained, right?
Intellectual knowledge.
Right. And it's not just regular knowledge, it's intellectual knowledge.
Okay.
But a lot of historians say that the collapse begins when you create so much leisure in a society where like you don't have to do as much. In our case, a lot of AI robots do everything, and you worry about things that don't matter. Like, for example, he, she pronouns and like politics. You start worrying about things that don't really matter, and it leads to a divide and a collapse of a society. So a lot of people think that we're actually really close to dying.
What would a collapse look like?
Well, I've never lived through one.
Ever seen the movie Wall-E?
Yes.
Dude, my dad hates that fucking movie.
I hate that movie.
And I used
hate
to,
that movie
as a
too.
kid, I used to be like, "Why? It's a great movie."
They don't say one word that whole movie. I think I was
that
waiting
true?
the
Yeah, they
whole.
do. They say Wally.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, so
Is that really
they
it?
don't
Is
say
everything
two
in
words that whole movie.
subtitles?
They
How's
just
there
say,
subtitles to a movie? Just noises?
Dude, I love subtitles.
That's a good question. Do you put subtitles on anytime you
Everything.
want? Everything.
if I have the choice.
To me, it just I find myself reading them instead of actually just listening and
So you
enjoying the
don't.
movie.
You don't.
No, I do sometimes, but I find it distracting.
I always put subtitles on. Logan hates it.
Besides sports, I put it on for everything.
Well, the fucking broadcasters
Because the
for sports
commentators
so
are
loud.
just
You don't need to hear all
overly
that.
obvious.
You ever listen to something on the radio and then you get to the game and you rewatch the play and it's like, it was not that spectacular.
You ever
He's like-
watch a sport like hockey where they announce every play that's going on as if it was on the radio, but you could actually just see it? It's like
Dude, I
so and
feel
so
like-
passes to
Dude,
so and so. You're like,
calm
oh,
the fuck down.
that is what happened.
NFL's like the same thing, I swear.
Yeah. When do you think the NFL is not going to be the thing anymore?
Might be too big
feel
to
like-
fail.
I think
I
it is.
think it is too. There's too much money involved at
Too
this
much
point.
money. Yeah.
Too much
Until
money
Elon
involved.
buys it all.
He's capable.
Yeah.
He is capable. He is capable.
I do think like certain sports are losing a little bit of traction. Like I don't think the NBA is as big as it used to be.
Dude, the NBA sucks.
I honestly think baseball's dying too.
Dude,
Really?
baseball is at an all-time high. Baseball was
Is
the most
it?
watched this year.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Maybe it's just because I don't watch it.
I know a lot of
Because-
people that boycotted sports due to their attempt to be not canceled, like due to their kneeling for the national
Yeah.
anthem and all that. Like I know a lot of boomers.
All
that,
of our, I guess, immediate boss at where we work, he stopped watching because of the whole Black National Anthem thing they did during 2020.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. A
Whatever
lot
it
of
is,
people
it's just
boycotted
it's
it.
got very political.
Yeah.
Even the athletes themselves. So.
I think that's why people like baseball so much because you can't really change a lot with the game. You know, Like, I know they
That's true.
changed the Indians to the Guardians, and people did not like that. I could be wrong, but it's so, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Stupid? Because they changed Indians to Guardians because they thought it was racist. But I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure the reason they're called the Indians is because they had, like, a first Native American, like, play in the pros.
But I think that the word Indian is, the reason that Indians were called Indians was because when they were exploring the U.S., they thought if they go around this side of the world, they're going
Yeah.
to end up in India. But instead, it was actually just the U.S.
Yeah, but that's
so
not
they,
a
they
mistake.
called
I
the
didn't even
folks
know
there.
that.
That's just an honest.
Yeah.
Even I knew that.
I
I'm the
didn't
dumbest
think
one in this
India-
room.
Yeah, if we
Indian
go
was a
west,
dir-
we're going to end up on the east, and what was on the east was India. So
Damn,
they
so
thought
it kind of is a derogatory term.
But
it's
not
just
even.
it's just incorrect.
It was
just
a
like
mistake.
yeah,
it was a
mis-
classic white man mistake. All right.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah, Indians isn't. I wouldn't be. It's not racist, right?
It's just not politically correct because it's incorrect.
But I wouldn't say it's not politically correct. I would just say
It's
it's,
just not correct,
Not
yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder how many people actually know that.
I knew that. I didn't know.
They teach you guys that in school?
I think
Yeah.
so.
You would be surprised. That's another thing at Kings Point. Once you meet people from all over the country, like how different history was taught. I was taught that the Civil War was fought directly because of slavery. That's what I was taught. Yet a buddy of mine from Texas was like, it had nothing to do with slavery. And I was like, what are you talking about? But they were the South.
Yeah.
So they were taught something
Oh,
completely different.
shit.
And that's within the country, you know? So think about what they're fucking teaching over there anywhere else, you know?
What do they teach the kids in Germany?
About our society. right?
About their early country history. I mean, I shouldn't say early, but
Yeah.
like 1940s.
No, that's a great question. Like, what do they teach about the Holocaust? Like, what do you think they tell the students?
Yeah, I mean, they're like.
Hey, we fucked up.
I also think that you can't hide it or you can't
Especially
sugarcoat
that.
it because or else history will repeat itself unless you
History
learn
will
from
repeat
it.
itself no matter what.
Shit,
Unless you learn
it's
from it.
happening again.
Yeah. Like there's some like there's the whole Columbus debate, like whether he was a hero or
A
a villain.
douchebag?
Yeah.
He's wrong because the Earth
You
is
douche
flat.
nut. Oh, the Earth is flat's a great. I don't
Dude,
understand.
the arguments for
one.
that are actually kind of funny.
I
though.
love
You can't
my
lie.
favorite videos on the internet is when you see a flat earther get proven wrong and they realize that the last 16 years of their life was a lie, and they're like, "Holy shit! It is a globe. What are we gonna do now?" I don't know.
Have
That
you
one-
actually seen examples of that?
Yeah, I have. I've seen a lot of
That'd be
them.
really funny.
I'll show you after this.
Okay.
There's a lot of them where like they'll prove them wrong in the video, and you can see them realize like
Oh no,
They're
My
wrong.
whole life's a lie.
my whole life's a lie. You know, I don't know. It's crazy. Or like Scientology. Those guys are pretty crazy too.
Scientology.
You know what that is? They believe it's like a religion, and they believe that we're basically just like a test tube. Like we're not a test tube. We're basically a test tube, baby. No, they
A
believe.
simulation?
Yes, no, I'm serious.
Oh, really?
They believe you're a simulation. All this is a simulation.
I could buy into that.
Yeah, it's honestly not that far fetched. I mean,
But what does a simulation even mean? Like
that
what-
we're controlled by something else.
Okay.
The greater will of God, of course.
Yeah.
What was
I
that
don't think-
movie where like the whole world is just a little it's like an animated movie. Dr. Seuss where the whole world is on the little tip of a
Oh, like a-
Horton Hears a Who.
Horton
That's
Hears
what
a
it
Who.
is.
Dandelion
That's
or
a
some
great way.
shit.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. Except the elephant would be controlling everything that happens. So
Like natural disasters and stuff.
yeah, so I feel like they think that everything happens for a reason, or no, they would think everything happens is a coincidence. It's just because the guy upstairs is making it happen. You know. I don't know, but apparently they wear like weird white lab coats too, and I'm not kidding.
And
Yeah.
they're not real scientists?
Who's the No, they're not. But once you put on a white lab coat, you feel legit.
You're official. You're
Yeah.
official at that point.
Do you have to start the camera again or?
I'll go check.
Oh,
It,
shit.
dude,
I
it
didn't set a
dies all the
timer.
time. That's one thing. If we,
Damn.
I'll say that. That'll be the first thing that I will invest in. If we raise enough cash flow, I will get a studio. What the
See
fuck's it
runtime
called?
anywhere on here?
Recorder. You mean the numbers going up right here?
Oh yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
see it. Oh, the camera's definitely down.
What's a, not a camera. What is the old thing that our parents used to walk around with where you're like.
Camcorder?
Camcorder. Yeah, those will go for like a couple hours. So there won't be any black screens, you know? But I'm gonna go check right now. Hold on. Dude, we should do ad libs too. I've seen TMG does it all the time. It's like really funny. All right, the camera's gonna be dead for the rest of this. So
Is it really?
yeah, it's dead. But we're at an hour, so we'll
Dead,
probably-
huh?
Yeah, I have more batteries, but
Got
guys-
Black Ops over there, you
you
know.
guys, that's what I'm saying. We have Black Ops to play, and that won't die on us.
No.
No, we get a couple games in before.
Black Ops has never done me wrong.
Not once, especially
No.
Black Ops 1. I wish you had 2, though. That was my game, dude.
I have it somewhere. I
You
just
gotta
need to
find
search
it.
harder one of these days.
Pull out the old.
Because that is actually one of the best ones of them of all
I
time.
think it is. I've
truly
major
is.
respect for people that appreciate the Black Ops more than the Modern Warfares.
There's
respect.
two very different types of people.
They are
very different types
They
of
are.
guys.
What do you think about the new fucking Warzone? I know we've kind of talked about this. A
You
little
know I don't have the best opinion on it.
bit. Yeah, that's just because you're a Fortnite guy.
It is. It really is. And I just like the old traditional Call of Duty where you
Yeah.
get kills fast and die fast and get alive
The whole
fast
battle
again.
royale thing's kind of getting rid of like.
It's losing its effect.
Multiplayer.
They're shoving it down our throats in every game
Yeah,
they can.
Yeah, because they can make more money that way.
That's,
You know, it's like social media. It's just the whole goal is to get you to play as many as you can. If you lose 6, then you'll play in a shitty lobby so you win. Because they just want you to play more and more and more
yeah,
and more.
that's true.
So they can sell your shit to other people and make money. That's where the real money is.
Even though they don't even sell that game.
Well, you want to buy new guns. You lose 6 times
Oh,
and
yeah,
you immediately
true.
you don't even notice this.
True.
But you'll lose and then 6 times you'll be like, it's the guns. I gotta get a new gun. You know, and
Dude,
then
that
you'll
is-
spend $10 on a gun.
The number of times you hear people say that when they're playing a game is
It's the
actually
gun.
crazy.
Yeah, it's the gun. No, I think it's just you, buddy. You just suck.
You just need to get good, bro.
You just need to fucking. It sounds so weird though, but you got to practice at video games.
It's true, and that's the part that makes it being good at them hard nowadays.
Especially for adults that have a fucking job.
Have real lives, yes.
Yeah.
You're damn right.
I think you should start streaming.
Next
should.
time there's a good opportunity where there's a poppin' game that I'm good at.
What is a better
I'll fucking drop my
opportunity
job,
than
bro.
right now?
Right now, because I don't even know what the fuck game I play.
Yeah, but let's say you wait 6 years.
Just
You're
fucking
still
start
not
doing
gonna
Black
know what
Ops
to play.
1, dude. That could be
You
could be
could.
good content that no one else is doing.
I think you should. I mean, I think we should all pick up something creative on top of this podcast to work on.
I really could better myself by doing that.
You could. You never know. You could be a fucking Twitch streamer.
Could
you
be the
could
next
dye your hair
Picasso
blue.
too. You never know.
Yeah. What would be your dream job, Luke?
Country singer. Definitely.
Pretty cool
Baby,
lifestyle.
lock them doors and turn them lights down low. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Don't lie to
Should we
me.
do karaoke on here one of these nights?
We should, but we're gonna have to have a couple more shots if we're gonna
A
be doing
little bit
that.
more than what we had tonight. Yes.
Yeah.
The two-hearted ale wasn't quite enough for me to.
How's it tasting?
It's all gone.
Oh, so it must
But yeah,
be
it
good.
was glorious.
Must
Best
be
beer,
good.
best beer out here, by the way. Two-hearted ale.
It's the best
If you're-
beer up here in the
If you're just
country.
having one or two, I would say.
If you're just having like 5 or 6, it's the one.
5 or 6, dude, you'd be fucking bloated off this,
Dude,
and your stomach would not be feeling the same the
I
next
have
morning.
never understood how people can just house like a full case of beer.
Dude, me neither.
Are you guys? This is kind of disgusting, but are you guys like puke and rally kind of guys?
Fuck no! If I puke, I'm
you-
out for the night.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
Shit.
I've gone home a couple times and like my buddy will take me to his like frat parties, and they'll just go outside and just throw it all up and come back in like nothing
I
happened.
think if your belly is
Built
just
different.
full of liquid and you just need to get it out, and it's
Yeah.
not like the alcohol is getting to you and you actually have to get it out of your system. I think it's
Yeah.
just if it's a liquid thing.
Yeah, if it's a volume type
Yeah.
issue, then I could see that happening.
But if you're throwing up alcohol, it probably means you don't need any more. You know? I mean, I'm just saying.
Probably, yeah.
Usually most of the things in your body do things for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't think, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Gotta listen to your body.
You gotta listen to your body. All right, well, Black Ops time.
I think
Yeah.
it's a good time.
Another podcast in the completion.
I'm gonna watch this next one in full too.
Yeah, I think so
completely
too.
study
I think I
off
will
of
as
it.
well.
Don't fucking lie to me.
No, I'll watch it.
I watched the last one like 5 times.
Got a long
That's
flight.
5 hours
Dude,
of my
that means
life.
There's 5 hours of the playtime.
I watched it. Like I said, I watched it all with just the audio. I shut my laptop, listened to the audio, so I could work on how I sound, and then I tried to watch with no audio, and then I watched how I do things.
If you're putting that much time into it, this time I want you to give me some constructive criticism.
Well, that's the thing is when I look at other people, I don't judge as hard. Like I thought you guys looked natural last time, and I thought I was cringy. And even though I feel like I'm talking better this time,
No, you are. You're talking a lot slower and more clearly.
Are you lying?
No, I'm noticing it. Yeah.
I'm still gonna go watch it and be like, dude, what? Why is it so cringy?
You're just not shouting enough as compared to how much you usually do.
Well, I'm already starting to laugh more, so I feel like I'm telling you, the more we do these,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna start saying some funny shit.
I'm not like tapping my leg the whole time this time like I was last time.
I'm a lot more. Just from one other podcast, I'm a lot more comfortable.
I feel a lot more loose up here.
Yeah. Well, that might have been the 16 beers you had.
16, bro. Maybe 16 ounces.
A little
My
bit
bad.
more energy too.
A little bit more energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because we didn't start as late.
Yeah.
Even though
Still
it's
had our technical difficulties.
8. It's only 8:30.
Shit, dude. Time to go to bed,
Yeah,
actually.
time
You gotta go to work
Damn,
in 6
dude.
hours, man. I gotta go edit this. All right. See you next
All right.
time.
All right, that's a wrap.
Peace.